Did you read your characters at all, or are you just being a jerk still?
I haven't had a chance to. I was leveling up.
I'll let you have this in a little bit. I'm enjoying my chair while I have it.
So I'm getting another injection.
I went with Gloom Stalker.
He needs I can get him and get a different chair if he needs that.
So
I didn't read too much about that one. I thought you might have done like the Monster Hunter or something.
I thought about it, but I think this is going to be the best one. I add my wisdom modifier to my initiative, which doesn't do much. Gives me a +1. So my wisdom is not super high. I can make an additional attack, which deals 1d8 extra damage, and my speed is increased by 10 feet on the first turn of my initiative. So only the first round of combat, I can move 10 additional feet, and if I do an attack, I can do a secondary attack that'll deal 1d8 damage. And then my dark vision is increased by an additional 30 feet, and I'm invisible to any creature that tries to see me with dark vision. That has to rely on dark vision to see me.
Just think if you also had those goggles, you would have like 90 feet of dark vision.
Yeah.
I'll have Ben hand me the rest.
I mean, I have 90 feet of dark vision because it's 60 normally.
Oh, then it would be 612 plus your 30. So if you had the goggles, you'd have like 150 feet of dark vision.
Yeah. Give me them goggles. I will be able to see everything in the dark.
That'll help you at night stuff because I've usually had stuff just outside of 60 feet.
You monster.
That's where your fucking range is.
Not anymore.
That's not gonna work with Finrose around. You might actually be successful as a night watch.
Hey.
He learned his lesson the hard way.
We messed up like once.
Actually, the one time he messed up, it was in town.
Homemade guacamole.
So, what changes does your character go through there, Adam?
Well, I got 2 second level spells and my HP went up.
You changed on mine at all.
Your health went up. I'm not sure how much Adam rolled for you. You gain your expertise in your Tinker's tools, and you'll soon be getting a wondrous item.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh. That was easy.
Yeah.
That was a relatively painless.
So I think I just get more HP and spells.
Suddenly you sprout out a
Shit,
third
actually,
arm.
I get another spell and I forgot.
You making a mess? God damn, dude.
Love you, Scott. I love that you keep forgetting you have magic.
Yeah. I mean, the Gloomstalker also gives me an additional spell, which is super nice.
I'm gonna go ahead and eat before we start.
But I should actually get an additional spell since I leveled up. I'll have to look at that here in a
I
second.
finally
Go
have
for it.
semi-decent health now. I'm not rocking out with like the 17 health that I've been going for a little while.
17's not bad for level 2, especially since you're a D8.
But then I looked at Jill's HP.
Oh, Jill started with a D12.
I know,
and
but
has been
still,
using D8
it
since.
hurt. It hurt, man. So,
Jill's health is going to rapidly go down for starting as a barbarian because she went artificer.
Yeah, but at least I had that health to start with.
yeah.
Yeah, so.
It's a nice little boon. I think for second level spell, though, I'm going to mostly at least keep Prayer of Healing as the predominant one, since that could benefit the whole party as a healing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I know.
You hit level 3.
I know.
You can now use health
Like he got like
once
a lot
day.
of his tanks for free.
Oh, shit, yeah,
when
I
he
can.
left,
I had a condition for it to show up
because
early,
it was
but you never met the
office
condition,
tanks
so...
and stuff. They were
didn't bother
changing
with it.
offices, so they
That's
were getting
fair.
rid of the tanks. So
Alright, so if everybody's ready...
Nope.
Okay, never mind.
I'm tired.
I'm actually just gonna grab a drink. You can go.
You need to wait in the event that
I'm stealing
Curtis shows up. I mean,
I got my phone visible in case he sends a message, but I haven't heard from him, so I'm guessing that's probably going to be a no.
I'm going to
Just make
rapid
sure I
fire
read this off correctly. That red gem ring you gave me is +1 HP per level, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I got a call
I think I got it all copied down pretty
from
good.
an hour ago. I don't remember this, but there's 6 months.
Yeah, but then I'm gonna basically just use this as an X-ray.
As long as you're wearing it. If it comes off for whatever reason, your max HP goes down.
Right.
Here. You can go ahead and
So,
start. I need to
therefore, if
actually
you're
check
like-
what
if
this
you're at
call
3 hit
was,
points,
because
you
I
won't
didn't leave a
die
message.
from
It's been
taking
an
off
hour,
carrying.
but I don't.
What if I just embedded it in my
recognize the
skin?
number.
We're never gonna actually get started.
Well,
Read the
it's
thing.
meant to be
I
worn.
did. I really like
That's
that.
one.
I'm aware, I'm just saying.
Doesn't give much
Was
more
the
than
intent to
that.
have?
I'm gonna say for you to embed in your skin, you're
Glenda the
gonna
Night
lose
Hag
a
be,
permanent hit point or something because you're forcing
Seth's
metal into your
supplier
body.
That's true.
for drugs and
It's
stuff?
well, It'd be really painful. Eventually, it would heal. I don't think you get an infection.
But no. Much like how if you were to take out your eye,
I thought
you
about
would
it
lose
too
a
as I
hit
was
point.
making
Right.
her.
Forcing
There
a
could
piece
be
of metal
other
into your
healers,
skin,
Yeah.
Linda's
with it being that small,
getting
you're
rid
going
of
to
the-
lose a hit point.
But I gained 2.
Like, she's a dealer, but she's more of a
Oh,
supplier,
you're
you
at
know
plus
what I
3
mean?
at the moment.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yes, you would still
So there
be
could be other
gaining more
dealers
health
out there that
but
are
you
using
will
more
lose a hit
supplies.
for forcing a piece of metal.
Okay.
And then we'll see if your body adapts to a piece
You
of
like the
metal
drug I made
sticking
up?
it out of you.
The which one?
A piece of metal with a ring or with a gem on it. So the metal, I wouldn't worry about. The gem, I would worry about.
You'll have to tell me what it does. Is it just crystal meth, basically?
Eventually, just be
Sort
a
of.
big,
It's like a sound
massive
crystal.
scar tissue inside.
Okay.
Now, before we start, let me ask you something. So this is a little issue we had in our other group.
Okay.
We were fighting a group of orcs because they basically tracked us down, and we
Racist.
dealt with
Fucking
them. Yeah.
orcs.
What a bunch of...
But they,
I knew it was
the
coming.
last one, just for flavor, our DM, because it was finished off by a monk using quarterstaff. He said that the monk basically turned the staff and jabbed him right in the throat, so he was, choking because he had a crushed windpipe.
Okay.
Like I said, I asked him if it'd be possible to resuscitate and be able to question him. So I was thinking about it, my character being chaotic good. It kind of was a moral quandary for a little bit, and I decided not to. Our other character took it, sliced his throat while he was choking out. Now, would you count that as he would pass out in roughly the same amount of time, but that would allow him to breathe again because it's essentially a really bad tracheotomy?
I would say no.
Blood loss
Because
alone.
of the massive amount of blood loss from your throat being ripped open.
All right.
Now, if you had taken like
Trichotomy is slightly different. They
Right.
actually
If you
make
taken,
a
like-
small incision.
a
and this
pen
is all
device and
vessels.
put it in his throat, yeah, because you're creating an airflow, but that's slashed open.
Right. I was just wondering.
So,
'cause-
I mean, technically he's getting more air. He's also dying faster.
right.
I mean, it could be a mercy killing at that point.
That's pretty much what it was, but it just ended up being a big thing that he made a big deal about.
But yes, last time the group had arrived to the Kobold Cave. You had explored your way through it, for better or for worse, and eventually got to an endpoint where you fought an unusually large one that was spewing out black sludge, and during your combat, it transformed into, from what you've heard of tales, a red dragon. Due to some misfortune on one character's part, which led to the fortune of another, you were able to kill this thing before it could regenerate back to full health by collapsing the ceiling on it. But just before the ceiling collapsed, the group did manage to grab as much treasure as they possibly could and left the cave. Returning to the entrance of the cave, you spent a day's worth of time examining all you found. You've collected money, metal, some magical items, and set out the next day. You were on your way back to Ayapo, but when you got back to the path and you decided to rest for the night before continuing, Fenris had taken the first watch. And just before deciding to open up his diary again, the group was attacked by some swarms of insects. During this time, Thola, for the first time, actually got bloody during the combat, but you were able to resolve it, and that is where we left off.
Did you get Jill the list of the gems, or?
Yeah, I gave her that the day after. So she has a list of all the things you found, but you already split them up amongst the groups. Who has what, I don't remember. I haven't gotten that part yet.
I have everything, just
Mostly, yeah. Other than the gold.
I rolled down.
Yeah, the
Wrote down what I grabbed.
So as long as you wrote down what you grabbed, I won't know what you have until I actually get to that part of the recordings myself.
Oh, in that case, then I have a +5 vocal blade.
It's so weird for me.
No, you
That
don't.
wasn't in the treasure.
I know for a fact there are no
For now.
+1 or higher items.
This is like the first time where I'm not using somebody else to be like the pack mule of the group. And I'm the pack mule of the group. It's great.
Technically, I
I
have
have a game
minutes.
question.
Yeah.
Well, technically, whatever. That flame sack that we got off of the partially formed dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Since I use green flame blade, will it have green flame?
You would have to examine it to find out.
I think we went over this once already.
Did we?
You asked if hit
Just
it with
if
the
the
fire
dragon
if it
would.
would breathe green fire,
Got it.
but it didn't finish transforming.
Yeah, never had a chance.
So when looking at the skeleton and whatnot, it's not. As players, you would know it's not a full dragon skeleton because it was still in the process of changing. So in a setting where dragons were more common, wouldn't sell as much. But because dragons are less common, it's still going to sell for quite a bit if that's what you want to do with it. There's also the option of turning it into weapons or armors, or just having it as a showpiece. But yes, we finished up. You were just wrapping up your night shift, and you actually had wanted to look in your diary for the first time in a week.
Yeah. We got attacked by that swarm.
So we are right here at the end of your
Motherfuckers.
shift if you are wanting to do that now.
Yeah. I'll open it up, see if it says anything new.
Yeah, it's said something new for a while now.
Cool.
Your mom's been
Way to
pregnant.
be
Where
a
are
jerk
you?
about it.
I know, right? You're such a fucking asshole.
I mean, it's my fault that I've been distracted and haven't checked it for like 4 days.
Shame.
So, at the top of the page in Infernal, it is written, "What do we do now, Finrez? Sorry I haven't been much help." But at the very bottom of the page, you can see in smaller print, "Are you still there?"
Pick up the phone, asshole.
I miss you.
Daddy?
You need to start returning these calls and stuff, man.
I do.
Just wants to have a
Um,
good relationship with you.
Has everybody called their mother recently?
I'll write back to it. I'm gonna write, sorry, I've been distracted. And then we need to work on solving the puzzle at the tower.
Okay.
Then that's it.
Well, as you were finishing up what you wrote, "Sorry," because something's going to appear.
Right away?
I forgot you did.
Yeah, I know. Weird, right?
Crochet.
Crochet.
Crocheting normally is hard enough with my hands cramping up the way they do.
First, 2 words appear. Suddenly, "I understand." And then, these letters are appearing slowly, but this is the first time that's happened where it's actually responding as you wrote down something. And then it says, 8 spells cast at once. Sets the timer. Need a key.
Okay.
Need a key.
I wanna... What the fuck do I have? I have an empty
What was your
journal.
Me?
Yeah.
I have an empty journal from when I bought it at the
You've
Outpost
been
that I
using
have
it?
not fucking
You've been
really
using
used
it to write
much.
down your
Oh, I got like
nature
the-
discoveries.
Yeah, I want to write down exactly what that said in that. I just want to copy that text into
Cultures.
the nature journal.
super magical items.
Yeah.
The thing
Was it
Mundy started with, he doesn't know what it is because he followed his
Oh,
instructor's
that!
advice.
I thought you meant like the item I just got from the cave.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. I refuse to look at what mine was.
Exactly.
So,
They refused to look at it?
He was given a bag.
by
Was
somebody
told there was
else.
something in it and was requested to keep it hidden. So he hasn't looked at it.
How beautiful.
It's
Oh,
the
so you're
matriarch
talking
of the
about the
clan. I
items we
can't
started
turn
beginning
against
with.
her.
Yes.
Oh, mine was a amulet and a letter.
Okay.
I want to write in the journal.
I have
Do you know where the key
You
is?
nab.
And upon you writing that, you're waiting, but no new words show up.
Okay. I'll close it then, and I'll wake up.
Tholo is second on watch.
Yeah.
So the two of you rotate out, and she will now. But something happened. Okay. For while none of you actually view what's going on, for the what would be seen from a viewing audience is she seemed to have spent most of her time fidgeting with this puzzle she acquired. But at no point did she alert anybody. She didn't spot anything going on beyond the campfire. And her shift eventually comes to a close. I don't remember which of you was third. So Monday, for the third and final shift, Thola does wake you up and let you know it's your turn. So unless you're wanting to do anything specific, you would now make your perception check to keep watch. you know, like Fenris decided you wanted to look at his journal. Like, if there was something you wanted to mess with while you were doing your shift.
Don't do it. It's a trap.
It's just something you can do. You can either, like, if Skull were to take shift, he would probably work on his blueprints.
No, there's nothing specific like that.
Perception.
19.
As your shift goes on, you can hear the howling of wolves in the distance and the hooting of an owl in the tree or nearby.
That fucking owl! It's back!
But your night seems to go without any threats upon you.
Need more threats.
Any more threats.
Okay.
The morning comes, and for anyone... Well, you did just level up. Everyone's at full health because you did a level up. Because if someone were to have taken damage in that combat, I was going to say only roll your hit die. But you
Is
did.
Scott still diseased, or do we still have
No,
Scott
I
used the magical ointment that
I gave him one.
that was pretty high on the list of items that you could have found. There was a chance you wouldn't have found that, but you did.
Am I okay?
So Scott is fine.
Because I argued.
wasted our magic item on you.
No,
It has
we have
3 uses.
Yeah,
we
we
still
have 2 more
two.
charges on.
Wasted one of our charges.
I was not going to use it except we had 3
Yeah.
charges.
And I argued that hardcore. I was like,
And then
you need to
I
be
thought-
healed, goddamn it. So,
I thought you said that you wanted to investigate and see what it was made out of.
Yeah, I did.
see, there's 2 more licks to it. There you go.
So, morning comes. You all go about your normal routine. Skull awakens like the crypt keeper from his hole.
Truth.
And unless you guys are wanting to start anything specific before heading out,
I look at my knob.
Is it a nice knob?
what you know about your knob is on one of the periods of time you spent inspecting it, you had this feeling that it was enchanted with like a knock spell, but you weren't sure how to use it. But you also know that it had this particular pull whenever it was presented to the top of the pedestal, but you had no luck in figuring out how to move beyond that point. You just knew there was something there that knob could interact with.
You don't stop trying to fall asleep.
No.
Anywho.
So,
Hold on. While we're packing up, I want to tell everyone what the journal said about the 8 spells cast at once starts a timer.
I smell his journal.
We need a key.
Journal?
Skull is...
He mentioned journal?
He has shown... Back when you were at the Tower in the Mist, Fenris first brought up the journal and how that's what led him on his journey to visit the Wizard Bashir. That is really the only time he's ever talked about the journal with you guys.
Yep, that's why I'm smelling it.
And yeah, Skull tried to smell at the time, but you persistently kept it away from him. So unless you're doing it again, Skull's going to get a perception to smell it.
Where do I keep my dice?
Your metal one or your other dice?
Well, there's a bag right there.
We've grown closer. I'll let him sniff it.
Here's your metal one, but
I don't know where
you
my
haven't had
ones are.
too much love.
He has entrusted me with the mark of his clan, so I feel very honored.
Nope.
Then make your perception.
Woo! Hey!
Let me... Where did I write it down?
Perception?
Yes, because you're smelling it.
Oh. Weren't we doing something else before? I
Um,
thought we were doing Arcana.
you know, you do know it's magic, so it can be an Arcana and was counted as your inspection of magic, as it were.
24.
Yes, because you're doing your normal +6 to it.
Yeah.
Because the +8 only
Wait.
happens with the +8 only happens
yeah,
with mechanical stuff.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's a +6. So, which is still good, and you do smell something as soon as you find. I know it, you get the sense of the goose the transmutation smell you've always associated to magic, but you are hinting at something else. Where did I write it down?
So what would happen
There-
if Skull happened upon a Warforged?
I would smell the fuck out of it.
Because there's essentially 2 smells going on that you can sense here.
2 smells.
2 magics.
But I'll let you know as soon as I find that list. But yes, you are sensing magic upon this book. You know for certain it is a magical thing.
Well, I tell him what smells I'm smelling. I just say gooseberries and whatever the fuck else the smell is.
Also, so you know my max hit points is 23.
With 24, do I get
Go ahead.
anything else other than smells, though? Or 24? Did I say
You said 24.
Oh, God, my brain.
As soon as I find the list because I wrote down exactly what it does. Come on.
Crashes the tiny dice.
Like little marbles.
So you're getting the standard, the smooth, fruity smell that you've associated with transmutation. You're also smelling a toasted, nutty smell.
Toasted nuts and fruit.
And you're getting a sense if there's some sort of like
Since when do you have that accent?
some sort of a message spell. But you roll percent.
Turns out your
Percent?
journal
Yeah.
is apparently made out of all the fundamental parts of a balanced breakfast. So,
78.
Okay, you beat me.
Some tiny
You
dice.
think this book might be sentient?
Freezes in place after coming to this realization. He is in his awkward deer in the headlights pose.
Now, upon looking at the words on the page, you can't read jack shit. There's the language everyone's been trying
I
to
can't
spell.
read it.
And then there's this other one, which, what even is that? Skull is there, frozen.
What guys think he thoughts?
So he was telling us like this smells like fruit and toasted nuts. And then he just kind of like, after inspecting it some more.
I'm gonna attempt to take it out of your hands
Doesn't
very
resist
gently.
at all.
You don't release it.
No, he doesn't resist at all.
Okay. Then
oh, I thought.
I take it and put it back in my stuff, and I'm like, "Are you okay?
That's rude.
It's my item.
That's ruder.
It's a family heirloom."
Working Raby, that's rude.
It's an individual.
What?
What?
You're speaking.
He likes him. He would talk to you too.
What do you talk to me?
Probably. You don't talk very much to him, and you wiped off his. Or
You wiped it off.
No, you didn't want it. He was going to offer to remark you with it. You didn't want it.
I don't remember. I'm not going to argue it because I really don't remember.
Yeah, no, he was painting on the emblem on everybody after he like marked it before. He was repainting it on there nicer, and you didn't want it.
So you're the rudest.
Yeah, I remember someone didn't like it. I just didn't remember who didn't
No, it's
like
not
it.
that he didn't like it. It's just he didn't understand.
I just knew there's this...
Which is weird because you're half orc. It was even bigger insult. My own brother didn't want my family marked. I didn't know you were my brother. But that's beside the point.
While you guys don't know your brothers, you are aware that you are both orcs. So, yeah. The only one who doesn't know you're an orc is 1D.
No.
Not my business.
I'll say, to be fair, my character lost his parents when he was very little and lived in a sewer.
Oh, I know.
So, he doesn't know much about orc.
True.
Oh,
He's like living in the sewer teenage.
What do you mean it's...
He like Skull's trying to think now because he's trying to communicate with more words, but it's like still one of those things he didn't have the same connection instantly like he did with what's her face?
Anna?
Anna.
Austria.
Austria, yeah.
Anna.
Yeah, sorry.
So he's like, the item is sentient. You own a person?
No, slavery is legal in this section.
I take it back out of my bag. I want to open it up, and on the first page, I want to write, "Are you alive?"
Alright. Now, you did... It still hasn't responded to your last question, so nothing immediately shows up.
That's fine.
Squall, you saw him pull his book back out. He seemed to have wrote something else down, and...
I can't read it.
That's fine, just letting you know things are going on. But unless the group's doing anything else, you start heading out.
I'll tell Skull when I wrote.
Okay.
Okay. You're asking, so it's like...
Well, I mean, it's not something that I thought of. It's not something I thought about. And...
Well, I'd imagine it's a book.
Yeah.
He's starting to get more comfortable talking to him, so he's like, it has a messaging spell attached to it in some shape or form. So the extent of its sentience is unknown to me.
Well, it's good to know.
How's everyone else reacting to this news? Unless the two of you are having a private discussion.
Well, as soon as what's-her-face comes over, he's going to clam up. Skull's going to.
Yeah, eventually as the morning is finishing up, Yathola does come out of her carriage so that way she could take the reins of the horse and lead you all back to town.
Yeah. I guess I kind of ponder, is like, is it, out loud, is it just a sentient magical item, or is it an individual trapped within the pages? Just some food for thought kind of thing.
Okay. But, with that, the group will be heading out. Does anyone want to sit up front?
I'll sit up front this time.
I don't want to sit with her.
What do you have against her?
I don't know.
She hasn't done anything wrong.
She's
Wait, did we untie what's-his-face?
K-Doc, did you?
I don't think we did.
Did you leave him to the tree at roughly the same point where you found him?
Yeah. No, because we made sure to say that we were going to take him to the guards so they could question
Oh,
him.
that's right, we were, yeah.
Yeah, he needs to pay for his crimes.
We're just going to dump him in the guards. Like, here, we found this thief. This sneak thief.
He even admitted it. Here.
This guy said he was the... This guy said he was the fox.
We're just going to keep turning people in. This one says they were the fox. This one said they were the fox.
I'm going to put that fox mask that I have that still has that guy's face on him, and be like, I found another.
Wow.
I'm going to keep milking this reward.
And you want to know what? He's not here to defend himself, so it's completely alright.
Alright.
He also had this dagger on him that I'm going to also keep.
But we also have to turn in that basin and stuff too. And stuff.
Yeah, no. we should just turn him in like regular.
Because there's only two people amongst our group, our full group, that know where it is. One is the person who hid it, and the other is somebody who found it.
I observe real good, like.
Alright. Let's go back to
Unless you
town.
want to convince Stola to hold on to the basin. Yeah,
the whole
but-
time.
Yes.
So,
There we
Lee,
go.
as you're up front with Thola, and go ahead and make a perception. The two of you are you sat up front with her before, and she didn't really say much, but after your recent adventure through the cave, she's being a bit more talkative than before, asking where you came from, where do you see yourself going?
Where do you
like?
see yourself in 10 years? This is an interview.
Well,
She just
hopefully
doing your
moving up the
wife.
ranks amongst the organization, I really think I can make a difference. So, I got 12 on perception.
Okay.
Yo, cat. Yeah. I fill her in on basic stuff about where I'm from. I mean, there's nothing too much to say. I mean, part of a nomadic tribe, so I'm from a tent somewhere. Don't know where that tent is now, but it's there, so.
It's somewhere. And yeah,
Over
There- during the first few hours, you saw out in the grasslands there was this particularly giant boar wandering about. You would say probably twice the size of your normal boar that you would see.
Dang.
I got to bring that up because last time I saw something when I was out here riding with her, it eventually came and attacked us last night. But
The boars aren't really hostile typically. Unless
Yes, they are.
not really. They're scared of people unless you try to attack them.
No.
whoa!
They try to.
What are you getting this
Where
information
have
from?
you seen these boars?
Because your information's wrong, so boars will straight up attack a person.
Yeah, no, in Nebraska they're considered a menace because they attack people.
I thought they mostly would try to stay away from people.
Well,
Yeah, fuck all the Razorbacks.
Yeah, they might stay away, but if they see you as a threat, they'll charge.
yeah, if they view you as a threat, it doesn't really give a fuck.
It's a threat, or
I've
if they
had
know
no
they can
experience
take
with
you
that for
out,
a
and this
wild
is
boar.
about 2 times
Please
as big as
buy
an
nuts.
animal.
No, they're mean.
Yeah.
They're assholes.
My thought is
They'll go for the legs and stuff.
that would
take
make
you
a
out.
real nice meal.
Yeah!
You guys want to fuck it up for some food?
Yeah.
They'd also make a good trophy we could probably sell.
Yeah. And then you got the pelt and stuff. You can use that for clothing
I
or
want its
blankets and
tusks.
stuff.
You
You,
want
got
its
the
tusks?
tusks.
Alright, we're fucking up this boar.
Monday, you are aware of the Hunters Guild in town, so yeah, that's
I sure
definitely
am.
something you could do.
I want to get out And shoot an arrow at it.
Okay, there's not really. So, with your plans to decide to take out the boar,
Fuck it up.
I want to stand on top of the carriage and shoot an arrow at it.
well,
You
acrobatics to climb out onto the top of the carriage while it's still moving, since Stola hasn't stopped it.
She hasn't stopped. Come on.
She was in the process of it, but
That's
you're
it.
like, I want to climb on top right now.
9.
That's your total to hit? Oh,
No, that's my total for acrobatics.
You open the door and immediately fell off the back of the carriage.
You open the door, you notice as you're getting ready to step out and around that the carriage is still moving, so you're hanging on to the door, and it's just about then that Thola is bringing it to a stop. It's just slowing down, so you didn't immediately fall out onto the ground.
Aww.
Cool.
But
Now that it's stopped,
it was
I want to
close.
climb on top.
Try again.
Until I get that spell.
Oh, there you go.
Dirty 20.
I don't have no range.
Yeah, it was really easy for you to get on top this
Alright.
time. Now that
That
it's not-
moving carriage, man.
It
got me.
So yeah, the boar,
It's angry.
Boar's head.
I can imagine.
as you look out and the boar actually stopped whatever it was doing. It had its nose to the ground, possibly
minding
eating
its own
something, and it just
business,
raises its
so.
head up and looks into the direction of the carriage and sees you.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, shooting an arrow right at his face.
Doesn't Boar get enraged by that sight?
Well, he's taking the surprise round action, so it might.
Yo, board, go
No, he flipped him off with both fingers.
With
Monday
both
did.
fingers?
Yes.
Oh, savage.
I rolled a 15.
You never know how to be intelligent.
That's bad.
Your arrow
Yeah.
flies through the air
okay.
and towards the boar. It punctures through
Do
its
some
tough skin.
Princess
Roll
Mononoke
your
shit.
damage.
That's right, cat.
Fuck yeah, max damage. 11.
With a single shot as it goes through its side and the boar rears back and yelps up in pain, it is now extremely pissed off, but
Yeah.
still standing,
Yeah, I bet.
I really need to go
and
on
begins
those.
to
I have
charge the carriage.
Alright.
But roll initiative, everyone involved, to see if maybe
So
you can get
how-
another shot.
How big
Want to
is this
use
thing
my
relative
tiny
to a horse?
dice?
Seriously, no. This thing would probably be almost as big as a horse because of how big it is.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
1,500 pounds.
Wait.
That didn't count. That dice
I'd have to wait for me to get more than my other range.
Hey,
Oh, hey!
Why'd you roll it twice?
because that.
Oh, he
Shut
was
up.
playing with my
Yeah.
dice. To be fair, they're both 20 right now, so.
But 20 total, or you rolled?
No, they're
They're
both
both
20.
20.
He rolled a 20.
Okay, then. Shit. I guess I would put Monday first.
For once. Yep.
Fenris, what was your total?
I only got a 13.
13.
Hey!
My dexterity's higher, so I'd go before you.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry, cat.
Well, Monday, you're up. The boar is noticeably charging the carriage.
Yeah, that's not good.
If you don't do something, it'll ram it on its turn.
Well, I know if I don't do something.
Fuck it up!
Ram it back.
I have a stupid plan.
Okay. I can
Involves
either
jumping
shoot
off
at
the
it
carriage.
with my bow, or I can increase your dexterity to potentially do more.
But I'm the one who goes next.
Or I could potentially increase
Wait,
your
no,
dexterity.
here, go first. Don't
Yeah,
I'm confused. I thought you went first.
Well, he took the
did-
surprise action.
Oh,
did you
that's what it
roll?
was.
I don't have anything ranged.
Oh.
My farthest range ability until I get my spell book is 15 feet.
You
That's
technically
fine.
had. We'll say you had amnesia because you technically started with
Here.
the spell book,
I'll roll.
Well,
I'll
that
roll
goes-
this dice. If it's odds, I'll take the shot. If it's evens, I'll
but you only have
cast
your
the
first
spell
one.
Take the
to
shot.
potentially raise him. I can't.
And
see.
that's 20, Jesus.
Well, I'm using them all up. Damn it.
So what'd you do exactly?
I said if
He
it's
was
odds,
just
I'm going to
rolling
take the
odds
shot.
and
If it's evens, I'm going to cast a spell on him. It's
see.
a 20, so it's even. So
Well, since you rolled so well, we'll say it becomes more effective. What spell were you using?
enhance ability.
Okay.
I was going to use
Which
the,
ability were you going to use for it? Because I know some of them just give you advantage. So if you use
Yeah.
like the strength, we'll say it gives
No, I was
you
going to
+2
use
damage.
the dexterity one.
And that one just gives dexterity on
The target has advantage on dexterity attacks. So.
We'll say, since the energy Monday was channeling was so efficient this time, that not only do you get advantage on your dexterity attacks, you also get a +2 to dexterity damage.
Oh, fuck
Until
yeah.
the spell ends.
I'm gonna
That's
fuck
good,
this
because I
boar up.
misunderstood what the ability is.
It made it easier for the hit.
Alright.
Now if you fuck up, it'll be a bad fuck.
But the boar is next.
No, he's not.
No!
This was higher than both Finrose and Skull. So, yeah, it's charging and it rams itself into the carriage,
I should have cast
which
Calm
you are
Mind
standing
on
on top of. And as it slams its body into the carriage, dealing 15 points of damage to the structure itself, you need to make a dexterity saving throw or be flung off as you're standing on top. And Monday, you also need to make one even though you're sitting down, but the whole thing, noticeably, is being moved.
I'm guessing I do too since I'm in there.
Yeah,
You said first 8 spells?
yeah, you have 8 first level spells.
You said dexterity.
Dexterity saving throw, yes.
17.
Okay,
14.
12.
let's set
That's
its
right.
DC. Monday, Skull, Rhetorus, you'll need to make one as well, even though you're still in the carriage with Skull.
I thought I made a 12.
Dexterity?
Yeah, you need 12. But I just rolled to see what its DC would be because it did a
So do
lot.
I roll
It almost
again?
did. No,
Did you have
Not
a dexterity
again.
save, or was it just dexterity?
your
wanted to
dexterity.
roll.
So the first roll didn't count because there's nothing for me to roll.
So I roll again,
No,
right?
no.
My dexterity save is 17.
Sure about that?
I was not expecting this.
Rhetorus, while you were sitting inside the carriage with Skull, suddenly you feel a large force hit the side of it. You cling yourself onto the bench in time as Skull flies to the other side of the carriage,
I wasn't expecting this.
taking 3 points of bludgeoning damage as your face slams into the other side. Mundi, you're on top with Thola.
I'm gonna rage.
Fair enough, but Mundi,
Tears through the wall.
Mundi, you fly backwards,
Pissed.
slamming into Thola, and we'll see if she can catch you. She is able to hold on for herself and you,
Huzzah!
preventing you from
She's
falling
a
off the
strong
carriage.
What the
lady.
fuck, man, Ben?
And-
what the hell?
For Finrose,
She managed to save this big motherfucker. You couldn't help me out?
you're on
I don't have
top.
11 strength.
Finrose, you're on top of
I got
it.
spindly arms.
You saw the boar coming, and as the impact came, you were able to crouch down and grab the edge just in time to prevent yourself from being flung off of it.
So it didn't tip or anything. We just got like fucking
The
rock real
wheels
hard.
came up off the ground, but it did
It's
not
gonna
tip.
let out a mighty,
Alright.
mighty roar. That totally didn't start with a squeak. Beep.
Alright.
Whose turn is it? Is it my turn now?
Yeah, it would be Finrose, Skull, and Rhetorus. In that order.
Alright. So, what I want to do is jump off the carriage behind the boar
Okay.
and shoot it with another arrow. However,
Flanking.
Oh, there's a
First-
Jaggers. Look off that one's health. Okay.
It's gonna. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna let that happen.
nah, it's fine. Let me get fucked up.
So yeah, I didn't know what the health of the giant boar was, but I found it, so it's not bloodied yet.
Okay. So I want to, as a bonus action, I want to cast Hunter's Mark on it.
Right. And Hunter's Mark is a divination that affects your target, correct?
Yeah. Till the spell ends, I deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target when I hit it with a weapon attack, and have advantage on any perception or survival checks I make to find it. If the target drops to 0 hit points, I can move it to a different creature before the spell ends.
Okay.
The
It
surprise
lasts for
other
up
boy.
to... It lasts for up to 1 hour, but it is a concentration thing.
So if you get hit, there's a chance it could end.
Yes.
And with concentrations, you can only have one active at a time.
Yep.
So yeah, you make your dexterity to see how cool you flip off the top of this thing.
Eee.
We doing acrobatics.
Yeah, acrobatics. That's fine.
17.
So yeah, you jump off the top. You do a nice little flip in the air, and you land solidly on the ground right behind the boar. You whirl around. You cast your spell. You can you sense the magic upon it, and now you still have your action.
Yep. Gonna shoot it with my longbow. 26 to hit.
You pierce its hide again. Go ahead and roll your damage, and since you're using the spell, you also get to roll a d6.
Does he get flanking too since he said he came down behind it?
No, because the only thing between
Not that it's not
the
much.
defender is on one side and the carriage on the other. He doesn't have flanking.
So we're there.
You're on the front of the carriage.
We're technically in front of it.
Or do you want to list
No
my
flanking,
spells?
no. Sure, I'll take a look at that. I'm
So-
I
sure
have
you
a
get
read
it
my
right.
handwriting.
You said I get a +2 to dex damage because of his enhancement spell,
Because
right?
of his spell.
Okay. So I will
The
do
little
10
arm
damage
box
total.
ritual.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
10 damage total.
10 points of damage as you shoot it in the ass, and it roars out in pain.
Yeah, my butt.
It's looking like it's taking the damage, but it's not bloody yet. Skull, you're next.
I'm gonna get fucked up.
You're roaring up on the inside. What do you want to do? You're raging boy.
bloody
I'm gonna grab my door and get out and charge this motherfucker with my door.
What?
So you're going to get your door, charge through the door with your door.
Yes.
Okay.
Door.
You gonna try to break the door? Or
Door,
are you just
door,
kicking
door,
down?
door.
Kicking over?
Door.
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 You're gonna hit the door with the door.
No.
No. Going out of the door
I'm
with
gonna
the
get out
door.
of the thing.
Okay.
And then charge the door
Through the door
my
with the door. Hit with the
I'm
door.
going through the door with the door
Just
to
make
hit the door with the door.
Just make the opening fresh, but the door.
Don't worry about it.
Make a dexterity saving throw as you're
Door,
stepping out
door.
of the carriage.
More door.
One
One is not simply.
door to more
I
door.
knew we were going to get to more door.
We need more door. Or more door.
Oh god, it's not good. What was it?
Dexterity saving
9.
throw.
Wait, saving throw?
Yeah.
Oh.
9.
As you start charging out of the carriage, your rage has you're in a blind
Why am
rage.
I-
You're
why am
not
I-
thinking
You said you
as,
were raging.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, I'm raging, but
as
I'm just
your
walking
door
through.
hits the top of the carriage as you try to exit, and
I don't understand though.
your door's
Why-
bigger than the carriage door.
Yeah.
You were
I wouldn't-
raging,
I wouldn't do that though. I have a fucking 18 intelligence.
and you're raging.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, common sense goes out the window.
apparently.
It does.
I didn't have any.
Literally, if you're raging as a barbarian, you can't use spells. You can't.
I'm not
think.
using a spell. I'm walking
I
out
know
a
you-
door.
And I just threw in a thing to
know.
see if maybe you
I know. Go
couldn't
ahead.
get out. But you're arguing about it.
No, I'm just saying it's stupid. Let's go.
You still get out as you land on your ass using half your movement.
Okay.
Take the rest of your turn.
Okay.
Jeez.
Don't forget you have aggression, which pretty much negates that.
You're doing the thing, Jacob.
Half the base movement or half the new movement since raging.
She doesn't get bonus to her movement.
Don't you?
I
Thought you got like a
Oh.
+10.
The
No, I
aggression thing? What?
Whenever I'm blade singing, I get plus 10 movement.
I thought the raging did too.
the aggression gives me the +10 for a bonus.
No, it's 30 movement.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's double your movement.
It doesn't matter. I don't think the board's that far away. It doesn't
It's
matter.
not that far away.
This is
But
a really
it's
long
fine, Scott.
carriage.
It's fine.
There is no bonus to movement for raging.
Alright, I
If
thought there was.
Skull continued as a barbarian at like 5th level, they would get fast movement.
Ah, okay.
Stop trying to bring that up. You bring it up every session.
Do I?
Yes.
I don't remember,
You know,
to be honest.
I don't remember it.
Maybe he was thinking about the aggression thing. We just were
Okay,
making
if it was the
that
aggression, then
What
fine.
am I doing? Actually, I just rolled. Why did I roll? What am I
I
rolling
don't
for?
know. I guess
you
the hit.
said take the rest of your actions.
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess
well, I'm
it's-
gonna charge the boar. God, I have door and boar in my head right now. I can't
Charge
get
that
it
boar
right.
with the door.
I'm so confused. I charged the boar with my door.
And no
Okay.
more.
You do the bull rush action, and would you roll?
What am I rolling?
Strength.
Strength.
You're the hit.
Shit. What are my bonuses? I have 2 for my rage, 4 for my strength.
You don't have any. The rage gives you advantage to hit, and 2 to the damage.
Oh, so I get my advantage.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use the first one.
Listen, it's been 2 weeks. We forgot how rage works entirely.
Pretty much. So I got an 18.
Okay, you definitely slammed your door into the boar.
I hate this.
Hit the boar with the door more.
No.
I hit the
Since
boar
you
with my
do-
door
get
some
the
more.
board-
Since you're doing the
Put it
bull
on
rush
your
action,
door.
roll a d4,
A D4.
and then you might push
Do
it.
some
Slam
piercing
people
damage.
with the boar door and stuff.
3 plus 2. What's
Three
the
plus your strength plus your rage damage.
We need to make it happen.
So you rolled a 3. You got to add your 4 strength. That makes it a 7. You get
9.
2 from your rage, so that gives it a 9. You deal 9 damage to the boar.
Yay!
It now
I've done
makes
more.
a strength saving
shit.
throw.
It's like you would get engaged the attack or something. It's weird.
You were, despite your attack, it's rolled a nat 20 on
donkey
saving
kicks you.
throw and is not pushed back.
I'm not
Probably
trying
just
to-
gonna get me.
But it is now bloody. Retoris, you're next.
Now it's ready to go.
Yeah,
my
I actually rolled for initiative because